Okay, welcome back to part 2 of this Tommy Gunn talking SAS fix. So I'll take this apart and show it again in a second what I've done inside. It's pretty simple fix, but have a listen, see what you think. So, yeah, there's the 4 phrases. Depending how if you, I've marked it there with a little black mark. If you go too far to the end, it sort of squeals a bit, then slows down. So, to about there, plays quite well. And say by just adjusting that little metal, it's like a washer. You can make it slow down, speed up. I can make it go very fast. It will go. And then slow it right down. So I want it to be about there somewhere. It's about right. So I'll just show you how I got it working. I did put a bit of WD-40 on the string where it was going into, well, under the sort of spring and plastic, sort of, because it was going very slow at first. But I think that was partly the problem, and partly the problem was this silver piece here was bent at this end, and I did make it worse and bend it up more, which made this loose and basically useless. So if you want to do this, just move the stylus out of the way carefully, sort of lift and push to the side, and then this can turn. I'm going to ruin all my hard work now, but I think it's worth showing. So yeah, if you turn it to that position, you can see now you can lift it out quite easily. He says, get underneath it and it will lift. And yeah, as you can see, that's the sort of shape you want. You want it to be quite flat. My one was lifted here, I think. So yeah, it's just a case of working with it, and to reassemble it, it's just in reverse. Just drop that down in there. Move the stylus out of the way, drop it down. And yeah, go back to about there. So now I think it's probably it's still got a bit of friction there, so that's what you want. You want the friction so you can adjust it. Put the screws back in. I'll just hold it shut for now. Yeah, pulled it too far that time. Back there. Fire at will. Poor Will, he's always getting fired at. So it's a little bit fast, so I'll just go back a bit. You can see there. This way for faster, this way for slower. I like that. I think that sounds about right there. So I'll just need to put the screws back in that, reassemble it in the body, took the head off, give it a bit of a clean. It's got a bit of pink something there, but other than that, paintwork's really nice and clean. Not sure whether to reflock it or not. I cleaned up the flock, just a bit dusty and hairy. But if I did put it in an SAS outfit, it's going to have a hood covering its face mostly anyway, so I'll probably leave that. I did resculpt some new fingers, big thumb there. I started off by drilling into the hand and putting some wire in there to give it a bit of strength, and then just green stuffed on top. And on that one, same thing. So yeah, side by side, the thumb is a bit big. But that wasn't the hardest part of it. This part here where it was broken at the elbow, that was the most challenging part. I tried using super glue at first, and I thought I'd done a decent enough job, but it snapped off. 2-part epoxy, same thing. Because this plastic is quite waxy, nothing really grips to it. So my last ditch effort was to super glue this little end piece back on, but this time I used a soldering iron and melted the plastic all around the joint, and then had to sand it down and Dremel it down to get it all back into the right shape. But it's worked. It's a really tight joint, and touch wood, it should last okay. So I'm not sure what I'll do with these hands, whether I'll paint them flesh tone or just spray paint the whole thing black and then put him in an SAS sort of jumpsuit, Action Man, you know, balaclava type jobby, gas mask. I'm not sure, but yep, just thought I'd give you a little update on that. And yeah, it's a nice little thing to tinker around with and get working well. You know, sometimes these things, I've ruined a couple of Action Man talk boxes in the past, so I was a bit sort of hesitant to muck about with this one in case I damaged it. And I did damage the body getting the screws out, but luckily I've got some replacement screws for that, and they will bite and they will fit in. This peg broke off a bit, but I've got the original one for there, and I've got a couple of screws that will work with that, and got this working to my satisfaction. So pulled it too far. I like it a bit slower, but if you don't like that, you can just adjust it slightly like that. And I pulled it out too far again. That's too fast. Yeah, so it's one of those things, you tinker around with it and get it working to how you like it. I think that sounds about right. It's still a little bit garbled, but it's hit and miss. Yeah, nice little design made by a company called Ozen from Japan. I really like these vintage sort of wind up. There's just a little tiny record in there and no batteries required, you know, like the newer ones that are sort of simulating this whole design. They have to put the little button cells in them which leak eventually, but as long as you look after this, it should still work in another 10, well, we'll see. I've been pulling on this quite a lot, so I don't know how long it's got left. I'm happy now, it's working. So anyway, thanks for watching. Be back soon with some more Action Man stuff, some videos, VHS stuff, and some bags of shite, some stuff that I've picked up and stuff that I've watched. Watched a couple of good films lately. Watched that Fish Tank. I watched that VHS I Want You with Rachel Weisz. I watched Rio Bravo. So yeah, I'll just do a little video on those and some bags of shite and stuff like that. So yeah. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. Bye-bye.